say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soda, treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid.
Go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On 1st and 10, Bates. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Bates. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw again. Bates. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bates. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw. Bates. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Ty Montgomery, a first-quarter touchdown there. Onto the field now come the Bears. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Nifty move. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On second down, here's Carr. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 17-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
I remember Pernell McPhee coming out of college, and many people were wondering where they would play him in the NFL. And I said, just get him on the field. Whether you play him a defensive end or outside linebacker, let him use that long frame to his advantage. Can be a tremendous pass rusher, even though he only played 9 games in 2016, had 4 sacks. He's a guy who knows how to get to the quarterback.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on Sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Hopkins' kick is good. Meanwhile, up in Green Bay, early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers leading the charge offensively. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw on second down. Bates. And this one's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. the gun on third down. Bates. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. On 4th down, King. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And the Raiders have got him. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Carr now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. 45 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. Now Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people.
And the pressure gets to him again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Back to 89 Philly, here we go. Back to 89 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Bates. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. From the gun, Bates under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go! Blue 90!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bates, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And that is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target.
There's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Hot Blue 90. Hot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bates. Man open left side. It's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Now, let's go. Blue 90.
To throw on 3rd down. Bates. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Green 39.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 29. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll bring it up here to right. Ends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground.
Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On first down, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Trevathan in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Watch it now. Gun.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Looking to throw. Bates. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr now on 1st down. And Walker has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Back to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. That one goes for 24 yards. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
No. Detroit! Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good.